Hi all, Martin here, Man City Van TV. Happy Monday. Hope you're all good. Notice any changes? Notice anything a little bit different? I did tell you things were changing, and they have done. Hope you're all good anyway. We were a bit later than I was. I was waiting on some news to come through that I got told earlier. But yes, we've got some sad news, unfortunately, on our goalkeeper, who looks like he's suffered a serious injury. So we're going to have to change transfer plans possibly. But the main news we're going with tonight, Pep looks like he might have identified his number 2, his new assistant that he wants. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk, obviously, about the sad news about Zack Steffen, unfortunately. We're going to talk about how football might be coming back sooner than we anticipated. Still don't fully agree with it, but it's what they want to do. It's out of our hands, as we all know. And we've got some transfer news as well as some little tidbits that we're going to talk about as well. So, first thing, what do you think of the brand new graphics? We did say they were coming. To, as you've seen, the layout's changed. Everything's changed a little bit. Hope you like them. Start of things to come on the channel, really. Start of things to come onto the channel. So if you want to give us your feedback on the new graphics, that'd be good. Because Kiam has put absolute hours into getting this done. Unfortunately, my mugs now are going to be in the top right hand corner a lot of the time. Yeah. But all the email addresses, all the Twitter handles, everything is now going to be in the top right as you're looking. Top right hand corner, and everything else as well. And you'll see Sergio pop in and out as well, asking you to subscribe to the channel. So, Noah's on. Hello, hope you're good. Leonard's on. Evening, everyone. Martin. Kamal Dwyer's on. Hi, guys. Chris Baker is on. Happy Monday, Martin. Call the cops. Call the cops? Why? What I'm calling the cops on? Jack Lee's on. Hello, Martin. Leonard says it's all right. I think it's absolutely superb. I think Kiam has done an absolutely grandstand job, personally. The only thing wrong with it now is the face in the middle, I suppose, which is me. The unfortunate devils. Gerard Houssem is on. Evening. Sorry if I've said that name. Hello, Martin and fellow Blues. Evening, Peter. Up you good, buddy. Right. So, what we're going to start with today, when I can find it, I'm going to talk a little bit about Pep Guardiola's number 2, who he wants. Now, this has obviously been reported in a few outlets, but I will just find it for you now. And the guy that he actually wants, so I'm just adjusting to everything that we've got up here, is this guy. Xabi Alonso could be the man who Pep Guardiola wants to become his new number 2 at Manchester City. It was talked about a little bit about the back end of last season as well. But apparently there's been a lot of talk in the last 24 hours that Xabi Alonso is the man that Pep Guardiola wants as his number 2. So, what do you guys think about that? Are you happy with that? Is it something you would want? Something that you don't want? I mean, I don't know. It all depends what you want to do. But apparently he is in contention. It is in loads of articles. I'm just going to read you one of them now. And it just basically, this is in 90 minutes, but it's in loads of them. Is Pep Guardiola is on the lookout for a new right-hand man. This actually came from Goal originally. For a new right-hand man, as we all know, since following the departures of Dominic Torrent, who went to New York City, who's no longer there, and Mikel Arteta, who took over at Arsenal. But according to Goal, Alonso is one of those being eyed up by the City boss to join him. Oh, let me just get rid of that. To join him in the Etihad dugout. The pair did work together at Bayern Munich, with Alonso describing his countryman as the best coach he had ever played under. He's currently the manager of Real Sociedad's reserve side at the moment. So, is he something, or is he somebody you think you would be quite happy? Could he make the step up? Could he make the step up to become Pep's number 2? I don't, I'm quite happy with Xabi Alonso because I think you need someone young, got the hunger, got the bite. I think Xabi Alonso would be a really, really good choice. And you have a look, it's everywhere. It's even in the Liverpool Echo, believe it or not. It's actually even been reported in the Liverpool Echo about Xabi Alonso, saying how he could be plotting the downfall of Liverpool. So could this be part of what we did a video the other day talking about plugging the 20 plus points gap between City and Liverpool? Could Xabi Alonso help to do that? Well, let's see what you guys think in your comments. Xabi Alonso as Pep's number 2 makes sense. Played under him, knows the style and knows the Premier League. He does whatever Pep says. He's fine with me, says Leonard. Alonso is a good choice, classy player too. He was an absolute classy player. He will help Sterling score again. Well, we hope so, Farhan. Super player, I wouldn't have any problems with that choice. When will the league resume? I'll come to that in a bit, Gerard. I will come to that. But what I'm going to do is now, I'm going to give you some sad news. Is this, man? Unfortunately, Zack Steffen has suffered a major injury in training over at Dusseldorf. Now, obviously, he is only on loan over at Fortuna Dusseldorf at the moment, over in the Bundesliga, and they are preparing to get ready to restart their season. They have started training, but he has suffered a knee ligament damage while he was in training. So the US goalkeeper was signed by the Blues last summer, as we know. He's made a positive impression while he's been on loan at Dusseldorf, and he's even worked his way into Guardiola's plans for next season. This is in the MEM. However, the German club have officially announced that he has suffered the problem as the players prepare for the return of the Bundesliga season, and it is unclear of how long the 25-year-old is going to be out. It is another setback for the stopper who already missed chunks of the campaign with a persistent knee injury. What is it with us and buying players with knee injuries? Why do we keep doing this? City will hope to see plans to see Steffen at the Etihad next season as Edison's number 2, unaffected, but as a cruciate knee problem, they're quite serious and they can be quite lengthy, depending on what grade it is and how severe it is and all sorts of things as we're going along. We have got Aro Muric, who's 21, who deputised for Bravo when the Chilean was obviously injured in the 18-19 campaign, but obviously he has barely played at Nottingham Forest where he's been on loan. But this is what Pep said about Zack Steffen. He's an extraordinary goalkeeper. Next time he's going to be better. He's an extraordinary player in the build-up, the saves. Sometimes it happens. He saved 1 or 2. So that was Pep Guardiola, who's got massive. I'm just going to plug my light back in somewhere else because it's not loading that way I want it to do. Massive confidence in this young lad, which he should do, really. He should have massive confidence in him, because I like what I've seen from Zack Steffen. Not seen a lot of him. I did a little bit more research over the weekend after doing the video we did over the weekend about how we close the gap. But yeah, it is a shame, especially when it's something like a cruciate problem as well. Right, let's get into comments. When will the league resume? Going to go into that. I would sell Zinchenko and Angelino, says Farhan. Noah's on, hey up, man. But Mendy might as well be offload, so we have homegrown players next season. And Chilwell, I'd said I'd keep Mendy. I really, really would. I would keep Mender. Sorry, I'm just going to double check something. Still going, I presume. Thoughts on Thierry Ambrose? Not ready. Not ready. I'm going to be honest with you, not good enough. Who's he going to take? Whose position is he going to take? That's my problem. Pep will ask Bravo to extend his contract 1 year. Could do. That could be an option, Leonard. Grab a quick drink. He could. He could ask him. Our team will be Edison, Chilwell. Chilwell's going to cost about 80-90 million though, Fairham. Laporte, Bonucci, Cancelo, Walker, Rodri, Foden, De Bruyne, Sterling, Aguero and Bernardo. Not a bad little thing, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure on Chilwell. I'm not sure on Bonucci. I've told you who I want is the back line, so I'm not going to go into that again. If you're new to the channel, you know who I want. Kiam's on. Hi everyone, the man who did all the graphics. There you go. Right, let's talk about this then. Next thing we're going to talk about is this man, Oliver Dowden, has talked about the Culture Secretary of the country. Has talked about how he's revealed that talks with the Premier League to get football back up and running as soon as possible. All professional football in England, as we know, has been suspended since the middle of March due to the COVID-19 pandemic. However, reports in the media have suggested that the Premier League is targeting a June return, and now Digital Culture Media and Sports Secretary Oliver Dowden, which I did mention the other day, revealed discussions over return to action in order to support the whole football community. He told the House of Commons, I personally have been in talks with the Premier League with a view to getting football back up and running as soon as possible in order to support the whole football community. So, it's welcome news for the likes of Liverpool, Leeds and Coventry that lead the tables in their respective leagues. But how would you feel about that going forward? I don't think we're ready yet to go down that road personally. But I think we're trying to run before we walk in. But the idea is I would stick them all into a hotel and basically flog them like sheep probably to get them out. But there has been talk, people have said, and there's a new rule change as well with this that they're talking about now. When football does return, you will be allowed to make 5 substitutions per match when the football does return. And that move is going to be considered due to the fears over player burnout and injuries due to the long layoff. The season is finishing, doesn't matter how many die to them. That's the worrying thing, Ryan. It's disgusting if you want my honest opinion. Let me just get... But there is a new rule coming in. And that, like I said, 5 substitutions is the idea they're going to be looking at. And FIFA's proposal to introduce a short-term measure has been made with the International FA Board, who are likely to consider the change as a matter of urgency. It will be then up to the 4 home nations to decide if it should be approved. If it is approved, then it will be down to the 20 clubs in the Premier League to decide if they want to adopt the change for the remainder of the 1920 season. When competitions resume, such competitions are likely to face a congested match calendar with a higher than normal frequency of matches played in consecutive weeks, said a FIFA spokesman, and safety of the players is one of FIFA's main priorities for them. One concern in this regard is that the higher than normal frequency of matches may increase the risk of potential injuries due to resulting player overload. And in light of this, and in light of the unique challenge faced globally in delivering competitions according to the original foreseen calendar, so obviously the calendar is obviously going to be changed, FIFA proposes that a large number of substitutions be temporarily allowed at the discretion of the relevant competition organiser, which is why they are looking at 5 substitutions going forward. So that move would apply to competitions which are either due to be completed or will start in the 2021 season, whichever one they think is going to be best moving forward. So let's get into your comments. So what do you guys think about that? 5 substitutions. What do you think about football restarting, putting them all into a hotel and playing in neutral stadiums. How you rate Muric? I think he did very well at the beginning. I think he struggled. Put him as number one at Notts Forest, and he's really struggled. He has absolutely sunk at Notts Forest. He really has. Thomas Davis Muric is underrated. Not according to Notts Forest, he's not. Laporte and Upamecano at centre back. Oh, sorry. Yes, you know what I want, Zidane? Will the COVID situation work in our favour on the transfer window this year? I don't know, because I don't know how the financial situation is going to affect Manchester City. There will be movement. I just don't know how many big transfers will be taking place. The season is finishing, doesn't matter how sad. He's overrated according to Carl. Ryan lives first in football. What about Grimshaw as a number 2? I'm not sure, that'll be too soon. I wish we had Phil Jones at the back, such a good... Oh, God. Yeah, of course you do. Well then, extend Bravo's contract 1 year, promote Muric as third choice. I think Bravo might have already arranged to go somewhere else, though. That's the problem. From what I've read, he's arranged to go to the MLS. And if he's arranged that, are you going to prevent that from happening? Is he going to stay at City to be number 2 when he could be number 1 somewhere else? What about Banzu? Xabi Alonso fast track to assistant. Well, he's in charge at Real Sociedad's youth team at the moment. So, is it a fast track? Leonard, I would let Bravo go. Umping is overrated. Probably one of the Leipzig's worst centre backs. Ryan, do you just go against what anyone says on here? Do you just go against them? Right argumentative sod at the moment, you. Ryan, can it be better with Conte? That's all you want. You just want your guy in. That's all you want. Says even Stu, Matt agrees with you. Fairhand City needs to spend money for centre backs. Of course we do. Of course we need to spend money on centre backs. What about signing Manuel Akanji? He's left and right footed. I've never heard of him. I'll be honest with you, I've never seen him play or heard of him. It's a disgrace. Football should even take place until we have a vaccine and it's safe for everyone. Totally agree with you, Kian. At the moment, I think we need to get the country's economy back, get people back into work, get small businesses back before we even consider football. That's just my opinion. He's not better than Kante. He's better than Orhan. And are you just saying all these so hard to pronounce them? Where are we up to? Can also play right back. Upamecano is most expensive, will be bottom of my list from Leipzig. He's only 35 million, apparently. It's all about money on the reason they're putting football back. Exactly. Leonard, Steffen can replace him. Steffan's injured, Ferhan. I've just said that. He's done his cruciate knee ligaments. Jose Jimenez of Atletico Madrid. Any thoughts? A lot of money. Lots of money. It cost you. Good player, though. But a lot of money. Like that. Is it Niguez? Atletico. He's got a £137 million buyout clause. And Atletico are not going to let him go for anything underneath that. Leonard, I'm not injured. Do you rate Patrick Roberts? No, not good enough for City. Good player, but we're talking City now. Different. Might now watch 3 or 4 Bundesliga games a weekend. I watch the majority of Leipzig and Dortmund games this season and last. Fine, but why is there a list of people after him? There's a list of people after Upamecano that tells you something. Zidane, no. Fern Staffan, yes, he is injured. We've done that one. Right. Let's move on. Let's talk about this guy then. Seeing as you're all asking about it. Apparently, though, reports are saying Pep Guardiola wants this man, Leonardo Bonucci, to come in, even at his tender young age, he says with his eyes rolling, with the 32-year-old. 32-year-old defender at Juventus. Pep has been after this guy for years and years and years. And apparently is the Vincent Kompany man that he wants. He is the man that he wants, the leader, everything. And he does seem as a perfect replacement, like I said, to Vincent Kompany. Goal.com reported that Juventus, though, have no intention of selling their defender. He has spent the majority of his playing career at Juventus, racking up a total of 372 appearances for the old lady, while getting his hands on 14 major trophies, including 7 Serie A titles. Since rejoining the club in 2018 after a one-year stint at AC Milan, which just collapsed, it has been expected that Bonucci would play out his career at Juventus, who has a contract with them until 2024. However, Pep Guardiola has not given up, looking at bringing in the defence, the old defender at the Etihad after a tough season, which has seen them fall 25 points behind leaders Liverpool. City lost club legend Company last season, and after he helped guide them to a full Premier League trophy, and with Laporte at the heart of the club, they decided not to bring any replacement, which did backfire. So, who is it? What do you think? Is Bonucci your guy? Is he something that you would love? I don't know at the moment how I feel about Bonucci. Well, I do. I don't want him. I think he's too old. It's the wrong type of signing. I understand why he's doing it. Or he wants him in terms of being the leader, being the shining light, the Vincent Kompany replacement. But if I'm going to be totally honest with you, I would rather have a young up-and-coming defender. Let's see what you guys think. Colin McDonald says most people say Angelino is good going forward, but he can't defend, which I agree with, so why not give him a chance and sign his position when he leaves? Because you got Gabby Jesus. It's a good point, he could do, but I think you got Gabby Jesus who'd do a better job. Leonard, if his injury is severe, then keep Bravo for a year. If Bravo might not want to stay, you're all presuming Bravo's going to stay. If he's agreed to go somewhere else, you can't force him. Is it severe for him? It is severe. Colin Zinchenko can play as left wing. I wouldn't have Zinchenko anywhere near the first 11 squad or anything, if I'm going to be honest, because he ain't good enough. I didn't say he isn't quality. I think there are a range of better, cheaper options than 4 knee injuries in 3 seasons. Right. But £35 million is what they're looking at for Upamecano, because he's only got 1 year left in his contract, so his buyout, he'll be going for less than his buyout. And for £35 million, name me a better defender at that age, at that amount of money. There's the other side of it. I'm sorry, don't want him at his chance. Yeah, but then again, look at Godin, Thiago Silva, Ramos, Chiellini, PK, all their 30s and still world class, but don't think he has the legs for more than a year. That's the problem. Not got the legs for the Premier League. We're talking the Premier League now, it's a different beast. Let's go for future about De Ligt. De Ligt, not going to sell De Ligt. Even though he's not had the greatest time at Juventus, they're not going to sell De Ligt. Bonucci's too old, says Fern. He's turned us down before and think he's a bit old. Yeah, he has. Peter Curry has turned us down before. Fern, him and Laporte. Wow, Bonucci's too old. Fern's just listed everyone. Manuel Akinji, Jimenez, or Skriniar. Skriniar definitely. Don't think you could replace Vinny just like that. His teammates won't accept a newbie coming in and leading the dressing room. KDB's the right man. Go and have a look at the Friday Night Social. We had a really good debate on this, and it was really hard as well. Yeah, not bad. Right. Let's talk a little bit about this man. Joe Hart has apparently come out now with some quotes and what exactly happened between him and Pep Guardiola on that fateful evening in the Champions League when we faced Steaua Bucharest, and what exactly happened. Now, a lot of people did not want Joe Hart to leave. They loved him, and I was one of them. I loved Joe Hart, but I thought the time was right. He did need to leave, if you want my honest opinion. But he has finally revealed, after all this time, what exactly happened and what Pep Guardiola told him ahead of his final competitive appearance in Manchester City. Hart's time at the Etihad was unexpectedly cut short soon after Guardiola's arrival in the summer of 2016. So, getting on to 4 and a bit years ago now. The long-serving goalkeeper played his final match against Steaua Bucharest, where he describes which he does describe as the most emotional game he's ever been involved in. And these are now exact quotes from Joe Hart. Pep was making it very clear that I had to leave Manchester City, he said in an Instagram live video. I played one game where it was a few days before the end of the transfer market. It was a Champions League qualifier against Steaua Bucharest. He asked me if I wanted to play, and I just said, listen, you're the manager, you decide whether I play or not. I don't make those decisions. I played, it was at home and it was emotional. It wasn't nice, but it was also awesome to be in a stadium full of love and people who made it very clear that it wasn't their decision that I was leaving. There have been some suggestions that... So, there you go. How do you feel about that one then? So Pep Guardiola, Joe Hart, explaining everything there. I must admit, I was a bit emotional when he left. He had a great game as well. But he wasn't the Pep Guardiola. He just wasn't the Pep Guardiola guy, was it? He wasn't his man. He wasn't ever going to be given a chance. He did have an issue on his left-hand side, which we all know. So, yeah, bit of a strange one. But, you know, we got Edison in the end. So, can we cry much? Not really. Leonard says, Martin, Pep loves delete. He might go all out. Why didn't he get him last season then? We didn't even put a bid in, so we'd have gone for him then, wouldn't you not think? Do you think we will sign him? Sign who? Who do you mean, Zidane? Who should we be signing? Can I say a loan from the same club is younger and has similar stats with less serious injury? Whereas there's a range of similar centre-backs around Europe you can get at that sort of price. Not for 35 million. You're talking, they charge a lot more than that, mate. But, you know, I get it. You love Quante. You absolutely love him. He's your guy. You're not going to be happy until anyone is signed but him. I can tell that. Watched him on the LG Live. He done Hearts Ruthless. That's why we love him. Martin Eberjoe news is a slow news. Option for centre-back should be Laporte. New centre-back Garcia. New centre-back Fernandinho. Garcia should be back up, if you want my honest opinion. He's not ready. I'm more excited about Taylor Howard-Bellis than I am about Garcia, because I think Taylor Howard-Bellis is going to be the better defender, if you want my honest opinion. But that's just my opinion, like I said. 60 or 70 million off Skriniar is a better deal than 35. Why not both? We're going to need two centre-backs. Why not bring both in? Otamendi and Stones bye-bye. Yeah, we did that the other day. Now only one's going to go, probably Otamendi. Think about it. What do you mean think about it? Stones has got 1 year left in his deal, and they've not even sat down to talk about it. Stones will not be here next season. I'll be very surprised if he is. Very surprised. Ryan Ruben Diaz is good for us. He costs 40 million. Will be a regular. Edison head and shoulders above Joe. Of course he is. Joe loves City and still does. Legend. Unfair Pep got rid of Joe. Why is it unfair, Leon? Not really unfair, is it? It's just one of them things. What I'm seeing is a lot of City fans are very emotional and they think they just wanted to keep players there. I love the club. Does that mean I should be playing for them? No, because I'm awful. So, but come on. Joe Hart was not Pep sort of player. His distribution was awful. His left-hand side he was struggling with. He'd been a great goalkeeper in the past. He's not as good. He wouldn't have done what Edison's done, let's put it that way. I think Edison was the far better goalkeeper, if you want my honest opinion. Leone, he was not Pep quality. So Alonso is a new assistant. No, he's just been linked with it. There's big news that that's the guy he wants. Ryan says Ruben Diaz. I also wouldn't want. Ryan only wants the guy he wants. That's the problem. Won't be happy. Pep's a great manager and done so much for us. Love him, but won't ever forgive him for getting rid of his heart and putting Tory on the bench. All-time 2 City legends. Sorry. Disagree with you totally. Yeah, Tory. Too much of that. And then what he said about the club when he left. Disgraceful. Sorry, don't agree with it. Yeah, Toure, that's why they had a big mosaic up for him. He opened his trap. it soon got took down, didn't it? I mean, kind of won't go anywhere to be back up. We're going to need a squad. You said it yourself, squad. I said about getting rid of Zinchenko, Ryan. You said, no, we need a squad. So there you go. There's your squad. We're going to need 2 defenders. We're going to need 2 defenders. Leon says, good point, Martin. I think we'll sign Crystal Palace goalie as a backup. And Upamecano and Skriniar and Semedo in. And Stones, Otamendi, David Silva and Cancelo out, says Ben. Joe's man of the match performance against Barcelona, though, was unreal. Oh, don't get me wrong. Joe Hart was a fabulous goalkeeper. That game against Borussia Dortmund at the Etihad, where he was epic. Absolutely epic. Lewandowski and Royce, they just couldn't score past him. He was outstanding, Joe Hart, that night at the Etihad. But he was going downhill. That was the problem. And like Ferguson, he knew when there was an expiration date on a player. There's the major thing. You've got to know when to get out. But then again, Yaya's still a City legend. I'm not sure anymore the way he's been. I'm not sure. Yaya couldn't take the fact he was too old. Martin, that's unfair on Joe. Unfortunately, Joe, football has changed to playing from the back. That doesn't mean he didn't do alright. When did I say he hadn't done alright with City? I just said Joe Hart is a City legend and did fabulous, but you just said it yourself. It had changed, and his passing out from the back wasn't good enough for a Pep Guardiola team. So what do? Do you say to Joe Hart, do you try and force him to do something he can't do? Here's the thing as well, what everyone forgets. Joe Hart chose to leave. Joe Hart did not say, right, I'm going to stop, I'm going to fight. He could have gone as number 2, and he could have gone into training and proved Pep Guardiola wrong. He chose to leave. Remember that one. So I'm not having to go at Joe Hart. Joe Hart is a City legend and will be forever. I'll forever remember that, the running around when we beat QPR. I'll forever remember it. But you've got to remember when people have hit an expiration date, and he had done, if you want me to be at the top anyway. Does Aguero deserve a Ballon d'Or in the world? Of course he does. Aguero should be Ballon d'Or winner every day. Yeah, big style. Big style. Oh, Martin, you're in an argumentative mood. I'm not. I'm just stating my opinion. Big up Yaya. Well, tell you what, if you want to support people who slag off the club and slag off the manager and slag off everything else, and it's all about him, then that's fine. Yaya, great player, but it's all about him. Remember that. Never a team player. Yes, but let's give him credit for the time he's played for City and let's not get mixed up with biased media. I'm not saying Joe Hart wasn't a City legend. He was. I loved him. But he was... I think it was the right decision in the end. I think it was. I'd love to have stayed and fought and fight for his spot, but he didn't want to. He wanted to leave. He went to Torino. And then he went to... Where did he go after Torino? I'm trying to think where he went. But anyway, he left and he did a good job. And listen, Joe Hart, forever be a City legend. Forever be a City legend. But, we move on. We move on. Right, this man. Let's talk about this man. City have been majorly linked with signing the man who I quite like, I'm going to be honest with you. I said I wanted to buy him, if I'm going to be totally honest. But the Lyon president has given a transfer update on Houssem Aouar amid the Man City links. So the Lyon president, Jean-Michel Aulas, has said that the midfielder star Houssem Aouar can leave the club if he wants, but he has not yet expressed a wish to do so. The 20-year-old Frenchman has impressed a number of top clubs, including Manchester City, over the last few years, and Lyon are aware that the player could be tempted away despite signing a 5-year deal only in 2018. Lyon president Aulas has said trying to sort the future of a number of players, the club wished to keep Aouar but would not stand in his way if he did request a move. These are exact quotes now. The player's opinion is always essential. Keeping a player against their will is not reasonable, he told the club website. However, Houssem has not expressed a desire to leave. our will, is to try and keep him even if demands are high. There are no negotiations in progress. Aouar caught Man City manager Pep Guardiola's eye during the Champions League fixtures with Lyon last season, where the league club took 4 points off the Blues, although the 2019 purchase of Rodri has taken midfield down the list of priorities. So for instance, United manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer suggested that financially well-off clubs could exploit an uncertainty elsewhere to land targets, but then the club's chief exec, Ed Woodward, has since said buying players for hundreds of millions of pounds would not be realistic. So would a signing of Aouar's be realistic in the market going forward? I'd love him. I'd absolutely love him at City. I remember him playing against us and I thought he was really good. But let's see what you guys think. Blah blah Torre. Might totally agree with you and Yaya. I just don't care what the media says about Joe. Fine, ladies. Listen, I love Joe. QPR should not have scored at all against City. Martin, it wasn't Yaya saying bad things about the club. It was his agent. It was a bit of both, Declan. It was a bit of both. Come on now. Your agent doesn't come out and say things without the player knowing about it. You got to remember that. The player did say things. That's why the mosaic was taken down from the training ground. They did a big thing, mosaic up at the CFA. It was taken down. So why did you take it down? Answer me that one. Where will he play though? Hart, Burnley. Oh my! Martin said it said it right the first time. Proper pronunciations, and then messed up. Or is it Burnley? He should be tempted with a 200,000 a week and a second for KDB. Anyone would. Martin, this attacking midfielder reminds me of Mendy. Good against City, but is he consistent? I've not seen him enough, if I'm going to be honest. But I think for the kind of money they're talking about, 35, 40 million, I think that'd be quite a good bargain for a 21-year-old to bring in. And you've got to start laying down the foundations for the future. That's what I think we now need to start doing. Get hungry, young, up-and-coming top players. Which goalie suffered a serious injury, Houssem Aouar? Zack Steffen. Done his crucial. Well, at the moment, they're doing tests at the moment, but he suffered it back in training with Fortuna Dusseldorf. Unfortunately, they've announced this very early this evening. They announced it. Right, so we've gone through that. I'm just seeing if there's anything else we've missed today. Makes sense. Guys, while you're on, give us your thoughts on the new graphics. What do you think? With Aguero popping in and out on the right hand side. Kiam has spent hours doing this. I think he's done a magical job, me and Andy. Let us know what you think. That'd be really good. But we think he's done an amazing job. An amazing job. Has Kiam. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that I've missed moving forward. Oh, there was I'll tell you what there was. Raheem Sterling has actually lifted the lid on what the dressing room is like after City lose a game, believe it or not. So, Raheem Sterling has learnt the importance of winning under Pep Guardiola at Manchester City, goes on to say. The Blues set a Premier League record of 18 consecutive victories in the 17-18 campaign on their stroll to the title and won 14 straight games last season. So, Sterling is in his 5th season at the club and has become an essential first-team member under Guardiola, scoring important goals and growing into a leadership role. The 25-year-old believes that his mindset has shifted over the last 5 years to care more about winning, to the point that being in a losing dressing room is like the worst thing in the world. During my time at City, the most important thing I've learned is the value of winning. Before it was, if I won a game, then it was good. If I lost the game, I was disappointed, but it doesn't burn you as much, he said. Now, at City, if we lose one game in 15, you wouldn't like to be in the dressing room. It is like the worst thing in the world has happened. I think that is great surroundings and thing to be in. that nobody wants to lose or accepts losing. I think that is the biggest thing I've learned since I've been there, and it is something that I will carry on with me, not just in football, but in everything that I do. So, there you go then. That's obviously tells you then what has happened when City lose a game. It is like the worst thing in the world to them. It really is. They're not happy bunnies. And Sterling's learnt from that, and it has made him a better person as well. I'll just move myself forward. Get back into your comments. Oops, excuse me. Looks great. Are we going to replace Kun? I don't know. I said I think we should. Didn't say we should sell Kun. I think we need to get his replacement in early. Who would be replaced? He'd only be on the bench. But the trouble is, like I said the other day, Leon, do we bring somebody in and we end up like the Vinny Company situation where, we're scraping around? If you can get Haaland in January or a Martinez in the summer, you go and get them before a Barcelona or Real Madrid or someone else snaps them up. Sit that, well done, Kiam lad. Great fix on top. Great job, Kiam, says Irony Beats. Wag1, I'm a Liverpool fan. Man City bad. Oh, well, bye-bye then. Do you want a trophy for that? No chance you'd win. Oh, they're all on now. Who's going to win the league? People are dying and they're more interested in who wants to win the league. What a shame. Yeah, we are pretty bad at not winning trophies. No one. Oh, we've just been totally inundated. I don't know what's going on all of a sudden. Have you run out of rats to eat, boys? That's why you joined the live. How nice of them to join on a slipping. Yeah, well, what's going on here? It's like, wow, suddenly the last 5 minutes were inundated by them all. What's going on there then? That's amazing. What's going on here then? Just all suddenly appear from out of nowhere. I was going to talk about this, and I'm going to mention it just to please them all up. Some Chelsea fans, if they're watching. Raheem Sterling has had a little bit of banter on Twitter. As you can see, as a Chelsea fan, Sterling put on almost 5 years on Twitter since my first game for Manchester City. Best man so far, blah, blah, blah. And then some Chelsea fan came back with when Hazard, Willian and Costa slotted through against you guys, and Sterling come back with the best comeback ever. Oh, yes. And then we scored 6. Remember that one? Which was amazing. Now, obviously, the Chelsea fan was referencing the 3-1 win against City back in 2013 at the Etihad, thanks to goals from, obviously, Eden Hazard, Willian and Diego Costa. So, but Sterling, quick as a flash, just jumped in, and he got absolutely done for it, which was a nice little touch from Raheem there. So, yeah, that was also good. So some people, these footballers, they can give a bit of banter as well as take it. Sorry I'm late. What have we missed? I couldn't get it all. Xabi Alonso's favourite takeover is the number 2. Pep's assistant. Talks a little about Zack Steffen, who's done a cruciate injury, which has been a bit of a shame, so he might not be ready for next season. Talks about Joe Hart in his last conversation with Pep Guardiola before he left to go to Torino on loan. The dressing room at City, how it's the worst thing in the world if they lose one game. And then obviously Raheem Sterling having a little bit of banter with someone else. There was something else I'm just going to get you up that City have been linked with. They've been linked with a youngster. Just bear with me a moment. I will just get it up. I did have it called Facu Pallister. Or Pallistri, I think he's called. I'll just get it up for you now. They're one of 8 clubs after this young chap. They really, really do want him. I'm just trying to find it for you now. I did have it up and then everything closed. What a lad, love that kit. Getting Raheem, he loves the banter, does Raheem. I'm trying to think where I can find it. Bear with me. It's called Facu Pellistri. Here it is. He's top of the Banter League. I'd rather have off from Raheem than someone like Martial. Might now defences all over the place. Of course it is. Well, we're off going to buy 2 new players, 2 new centre-backs, hopefully. 20 goals this season, I'll take that every season. Yeah. But imagine if he'd have carried on in the second half what he had in the first half. Who is the best player in Man City? KDB all day long. Stones will be gone. Give Rodri a second season to get used to the pace of the Premier League. It took Yaya a season to adjust. It did. Right, let's talk about this then. Facu Pellistri is actually he's from Uruguay, and he's a star that Real Madrid and Wolves and City and a number of clubs are all after. He's 18 years old. He's been playing in the Uruguayan Premier League and can play off both wings. City are one of 8 clubs looking to sign the 18-year-old, with Spanish giants Real Madrid, Napoli, Wolves all hoping to move for the Pearl of Penarol, as he's told. While his work permit situation is not known, it has been reported that Pellistri has dual Uruguay and Spanish nationality, which may put Spanish clubs in the pole position to sign him. So, a young 18-year-old, play off both wings. I'm more than happy to get another youngster in and maybe bring him off to the City group, and we can make a little bit of profit if need be from him. Right, let me have a look then. Getting to your last comment, and then I'm going to go. Kiam's, when is Kiam's next FIFA stream? He's really busy with work at the moment. Really busy. Yeah, like he says. Right, guys, I'm going to shoot. Been on for a while. Thank you for coming on. I hope you have a great Monday evening. Please stay safe. Please go over and look at the Friday Night Social. It is out part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. There's some outtakes on there. I did not know were going to be on there. I was told we weren't recording. I was expecting things to be edited out. They haven't been. He's put them in to make me look like a bit of a fool, as Andy. He had a good laugh. It will make you laugh anyway. It will really make you laugh, I tell you. It will make you laugh. But yes, please go over there. Have a look at the Friday Night Social. It's one of the funniest ones we've ever done. It was really good. And like I said, I do love Newcastle. I was only joking with some of it. And I wasn't even slagging them off. I just told them to get ready for everything that's about to happen. And not to think they're going to buy Mbappe within the next week. That's all I said. And I got roasted for it. But yeah, the Home Office won't grant him a work permit because it's City. No, they won't. Great chat, Martin. Thanks all. But thank you, Leonard. Go over, give it a like, give it a share. As Aguero's telling you down there in the bottom, subscribe to the channel. I'm glad you love the new graphics. Kiam's done an amazing job. He really has. It took hours of work from him. Absolutely brilliant. Friday Night Social is class. Thank you, Iona Beats. It is, especially when I wasn't expecting to be videoed on some of it. So Leonard, Leon, Catherine, everyone who's been on tonight. Chris Baker, thank you for modding for me, mate. Mike Stubbs, Ryan, MCFC Adam, Peter Curry's been on, Declan, Marcus Brown. There's been loads of you been on tonight. But if I've missed any of you, I do apologise. Ferhan as well. Ocean Range has been on, Zidane, Leonard. Loads have been on tonight. But thank you all so much. Please stay safe. Look after each other. Hopefully we might be out of this soon. We don't know. But keep the social distancing. Great chat, folks. Thank you. Hashtag together, exactly, Peter Curry. Have a good evening, Martin and all. You too, Ocean Range. Had me in stitches with the Palumpas. What? I have no idea what you mean, Palumpas. I missed that bit. We told you we were still recording. You did, but you told me you were editing it out, and you didn't edit it out. So you set me up like an absolute kipper. Do you know? Copyright issues there, I'm telling you. No, I'm only joking. It was a laugh. It was good. But yeah. Right, guys. Have a lovely evening. Thanks for being on. I'll speak to you soon. I'm glad you love the graphics. They are amazing. I'll speak to you soon. I don't know when I'll be back. Probably might be Andy tomorrow, more than likely. But thank you all. Have a lovely evening. And as always, up the Blues. Take care.